don't know about you, but I love a bowl of creamy tomato soup and a grilled cheese after ice skating or coming in from a nice cold hike. Oftentimes, you just open a can, but with just a couple more minutes, you can make your own soup. I'm using cans of tomatoes, but with a couple more ingredients, you get a whole delicious homemade soup, and I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it can be. You wanna cut up 1 onion. It doesn't have to be too fine, really, because you're gonna puree this later, but I just have a tendency to make everything smaller because it cooks faster. And then 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. I love the garlic press because it makes really, really fine texture. For my kids, they don't like getting little pieces of garlic, and if it's really, really mushed down, they don't even notice that it's there, except it adds great flavor. 2 cans of tomatoes. These are whole peeled tomatoes in juice. Those are the ingredients for the soup. Now I'm gonna get ready for the grilled cheese. I like to grate my cheese ahead of time. You can buy grated cheese, nice soft butter on one side of each piece of bread. Because the cheese is grated, it's gonna sprinkle more evenly over the bread and it's gonna melt really evenly, but it's gonna be a little hard to transport if it's sandwiched between those things, so I'm gonna do it right over at the stove as I put them into the pan. But I'm not gonna start making them yet because I'm gonna start my soup, which takes about 15 minutes to cook. About a tablespoon of oil. I added the garlic and the onions at the same time. Saute them until they're translucent and soft. And it really doesn't take that much time to do this. And it builds flavor. Salt also builds flavor. Not too much though. Canned tomatoes often already have salt in them. I'm using whole peeled tomatoes in juice, which is my preferred kind of tomatoes to use. However, what you do end up with are whole tomatoes in your soup, and you want them to be in pieces, so you can just go in there with a pair of scissors. It doesn't matter if they're too fine. It won't matter because you're pureeing the soup. I also want to add about 1 cup of stock. Chicken stock or vegetable stock or even water if that's what you want. Then cook it for about 15 minutes, just to cook down a little bit. 15 minutes. It's simmered down. Now it's time to blend it. Blending hot soup can be a little dangerous. Fill your blender less than half full. That way when it blends up, it doesn't overflow. Put your top on, but if you remove this thing, it allows the steam to escape and it won't pop off. But then you want to cover it with a towel so that it doesn't spray all over the place. Puree. You can add a little bit of cream while you're pureeing this, a tablespoon for each batch that I'm doing. I mean, otherwise it's not cream of tomato soup, is it? And then put the soup back in here. Heat that over medium-low heat. My favorite part, the grilled cheese. You're gonna cook these in a regular skillet, not non-stick, over medium heat. And then place your breads into the skillet, as many as you can fit, and then sprinkle generously with cheese. Don't worry if it gets into the pan, because that gets all crunchy and delicious, and then you get to eat that. Top each one with another piece of bread. So you notice that I put these butter side up, right? If you want to cook these till they're melted and gooey on the inside and crisp and golden brown on the outside, you can press them down with the lid of kind of anything. Kind of works like a panini press. Speeds things along a little bit. I walked away so I wouldn't be tempted to turn them too early, and I think they are ready. Look at that, so beautiful. Same thing on this side. Let it sit. And I brought a little bit of pesto over. If you want to fancify up your tomato soup, you can add a little bit of pesto. I'm ready to serve. My kids, I don't know why. Michaela likes them cut diagonally, and Hayden likes them cut horizontally. Why? Nice steaming bowl of soup. I feel like I'm 10 years old again, but I feel like I'm gonna be an adult and put a little pesto in mine. Fresh basil would totally work too. Swirl it in. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good, it's just like childhood. Mmm, crunchy.